Folks, welcome to Nostalgianomics. The private equity money is officially here. We now have confirmation that someone in the hobby world is going to be on the sports card side. It's officially admitted they're moving outside the hobby to get outside funding from private equity to continue to expand and grow their empire in the space. On top of that, we have conglomerates forming. We have, big fish buying other big fish out and combining businesses. We have, CEOs of some players in the space sitting on boards of other players in the space. And you can just kind of see it. Everything is being condensed, everything's being consolidated. And it looks like eventually there'll probably be a few big players in each sector that will kind of run things. And there's been a lot of statements put out from a lot of different companies that kind of hints at where things are headed. But I just want to kind of play, some clips today, look at some articles, look at some different things that are said, and give you guys an overall view of the business side that is forming around this little hobby bubble. I know we talk about, the cardboard and the boxes every single day here, but I wanted to step back from that and give you guys an overall view of the very real things that are happening, guys. This is going to get more optimized. This space is going to become a lot different than it ever was before. And it's one of the reasons why I'm so bullish about it is because, everyone's saying it's going to go back to the way it was, whenever. It's likely not because of all these moves that are constantly being made. So let's take a look at all this stuff going on. As always, let me know in the comments at the end what you think about all this. So first off, if you guys don't know who this is Jeff Wilson. He is the owner of the Sports Card Investor channel. He also owns Cards HQ, which is a giant hobby shop. He also has his own, show, the Jeff Wilson Show. Here's just a little bit of his card shop that he built called Cards HQ, and wants it to kind of be the model for what future card shops should look like. And with that being said, I want to play you a little clip of what he said in a recent interview.
We have just now gone out to the market to open discussions with private equity companies to raise money for the opening of 4 more Cards HQ stores over the next 2 years, plus additional expansion with content and additional expansion with our digital products. We are extremely excited.
So he said 2 things there. One, they're getting private equity to expand and start to open up card shops that look like that all over the nation. 2, digital products. We're already seeing digital products become extremely lucrative. Obviously, GameStop has the digital rip products now. Now Fanatics is putting out a digital rip product for their live streams. And so the digital ripping of, these random slab packs, I'm sure eventually there'll be, whatever else. It's becoming extremely lucrative. And I'm sure, more and more people are going to move to kind of that model. Now, with that being said, Fanatics themselves has already put out a statement that they want to modernize their in-store experience to be more interactive and community-focused, moving away from a purely transactional-based model. So they want card shops to kind of reimagine that what a 2025 and beyond card shop is. It's no longer going to be that hole-in-the-wall experience where you walk in and, you just kind of pick out what you want and kind of transact at the counter. This includes creating a new interactive card shops that provide a hub for collectors, with Fanatics aiming to partner with these stores to energize the hobby and expand its reach. And basically, you can go on to read the article, but it doesn't really say they're going to not allocate the other stores the same amount, but it kind of hints at the fact that Fanatics is going to start supporting the card stores like Cards HQ that go above and beyond, that really kind of give this user experience to the customer much more than just kind of you go to the store and you buy something. And so that's interesting. It's interesting that they're, even Fanatics is pushing that's innovation coming to the hobby. Let's talk about the Wonder Shine Index. If you guys don't know what this is Mr. Wonderful and his partner Shine's index for their sports cards. And so these are the sports cards. You can follow them, what they already have in the index. You can look at, what their cost basis was. You can look at what the index value is now. And so you're going to continue to see things like this that are publicized, that continue to put dollars to the cards. And the more times you put dollars to the cards, have indexes, have very, successful, wealthy, real world investors talking about this, you better believe it's going to get more trusted and get more mainstream than ever. I'm going to show this little Joe Rogan clip to when he had Patrick Bet David on for a podcast.
Yeah, of
It's worth
course
a
it
couple
is.
grand.
Yeah, you got a card. The card industry today is booming. There's a few guys that are doing it the right way. The
card business.
private equity business got into it. They got into it.
Yeah.
So, Jordan's rookie cards were selling.
So even he's talking about it back then. This was 4 years ago, talking about private equity already eyeing the card industry and getting into it. So it just gives more an idea of what's going on. I threw this in just for fun, but this is Logan Paul had, I think she's like an OnlyFans, creator on here, but I wanted to play this little clip from their podcast.
You wouldn't buy a Pokemon card?
No, not at all.
Even just one?
No, like not even like a little bit.
Would I?
Why,
What
what's
if I guided you to the right card?
Can I be honest? Like the brand thing, I would do it because you told me to.
I think
Like I wouldn't
people
do it
would-
because like it's a Pokemon card.
I think people would fucking flip. And then once you
Okay,
see
how about this?
Once you see those gains, you're gonna buy more.
Once you see those gains, you're gonna buy more. No truer words have ever been spoken. And listen to even what she said. I don't even really want it, but just for the brand. Just because you told me to, I would buy in. And I think that becomes more and more. It's like, these celebrities, these streamers, they see other people doing it. They hear about their success. They want to get involved. It just kind of all grows upon each other. I want to play this last clip. This is the last one. This is pretty crazy.
10 Pokemon cards are more valuable than the dollar and will appreciate more than the dollar.
Pokemon cards are more valuable than the dollar, and they will appreciate more than the dollar. Like, look, this is dollar cost crypto. Now, crypto channels are talking about this. Guys, every single industry out there is talking about sports cards and Pokemon cards. If you really think that this is all going to die off and go away right when it's just on the cusp of finally making it in to the mainstream investors' trust, in my opinion, you're out of your mind. But again, everyone has their own opinion. All right, I want to get into a few other things. Let's talk about this. GameStop appoints Nat Turner to board and Titans Link with collectors. So GameStop put on Collectors Universe CEO Nat Turner, who, if you guys don't know, Collectors Universe is the parent company of PSA. So you already have those two already in cahoots. This happened back like a year ago now. Okay, so you already have that happening. Let's take it one step further. GameStop has amassed $8.69 billion in cash as of August 2025. All right. Collectors Universe was taken private back in 2021 at a valuation of $700 million. Although they did take an investments. Does it say here anywhere? I don't know where I saw it. Anyway, I did see it on another article. I thought I had it pulled up. Did I have it pulled up here? Yeah, here it is. They did take an investment in 2022 at a valuation of $4.3 billion. So they're probably estimated somewhere north of $4.3 billion now, but GameStop also has a war chest of cash already on hand, not mention other cash they could probably get their hands on, which I don't know what they're looking to do, but you never know if that transaction could ever take place. You're saying, Alex, do you really think that could happen? Well, let's talk about this transaction when eBay bought out TCG Player back in 2022 for $295 million. So eBay already, kind of became more of a conglomerate, buying out the other, largest, I would say, online store for trading cards and now owns it all. And so it's not that out of the realm of possibility that GameStop may be looking to make a play like that, especially bringing Nat Turner onto their board. Also, I want to talk about this. If you guys don't know, a lot of you do. PSA now gives you offers on your cards when they get graded. Meaning, they do the card grading, and now they are putting a value on the cards they just graded and offering you a dollar amount based on the value they assign it. How is PSA assigning value? Well, probably based on market price. Oh, by the way, they are selling on eBay. They're selling those slabs on eBay. And so PSA is determining their own market price to give you a valuation on, to offer you on the card you just graded. And then they are the ones that are simultaneously selling cards on eBay. Guys, I'm just telling you, there are so many moving parts right now between PSA, eBay, GameStop, PSA. You got Fanatics playing a huge role in the sports world, with the local GameStops, now, acquiring Tops. There is so much crazy, I would say, consolidation happening in the trading card space. And what's funny is people seem to be blind to it. I think people are so focused on the day-to-day market moves, the day-to-day new sets that are released, or the hobby news and all the, online drama and all this nonsense, they are blinded to the large-scale business moves, the private equity moving into the space, large-scale investors investing millions and millions of dollars creating indexes, right? Conglomerate-sized companies even consolidating closer and closer, right? Being in cahoots with other companies' CEOs. Like, there is so much happening behind the scenes right now that is going to change the landscape of the market in the next, I would say, 1 to 3 years. And I don't think people are ready for it. And so this is the things I'm looking at when I hear people say things like, oh, it's all, the bubble is going to pop, it's going to crash, all these things. I'm just like, nuh-uh. I mean, what world are you guys living in? You guys still think it's 2016 before like Pokemon Go the game got released, and like this little bitty hobby is something that nobody knows about, and it's like it's for, nerds or weirdos or something. Guys, this is mainstream. Card collecting is mainstream now, whether you like it or not. Not just that, card investing is mainstream. You have Wall Street Journal putting out articles talking about things I've talked about in my videos for years now, how it beats the S&P in terms of an investment. That is their words, not mine. It beats the S&P and a lot of the high-flying stocks on the S&P as an investment. Not a collectible, not a children's card game, an investment. And look, the more you want to fight it, the harder and harder it's going to be for you, right? The trend is your friend. And everything that's happening in this hobby and in this whole space right now, it shows that more and more money is continuing to flood into this. More and more growth is going to continue to happen. The big guys are only going to get bigger. And I know everyone hates that, right? Everyone hates the whole capitalism, thing about this. But the fact of the matter is, large-scale investors actually keep markets more stable. Why is it that you think the blue chip companies on Wall Street are much less volatile than all of the heavily retail traded stocks? Any guesses? Because all of the large money does not make emotional responses to markets. They lock their money up. They don't need their money tomorrow. They let it grow long term. They're not worried about the ups and downs every day. Warren Buffett made a statement before. He said, it was either buy the stock or buy the company, don't buy the ticker. And what he means is you're investing in the asset. You're not investing in the price action day to day, right? If a stock comes out and releases earnings, right, they don't release earnings again for another quarter, meaning all the price action that happens from then until the next quarter is all speculation. It's all just up and down, up and down. You're not even investing in the asset anymore. You're investing on what the stock price is. You're trying to be a day trader. That's what's happening in the hobby right now. People are trying to trade based on today and tomorrow and next week's and next month's prices. When you're looking at the underlying assets, it's very clear to see where it's headed. I can't tell you what something's going to be worth next month or next year. I can very clearly tell you with a beyond the shadow of a doubt, 99.9% chance, barring some crazy cataclysmic, thing on the world, black swan event, things are going to be worth more in 5 years when it comes to Pokemon sealed product than they are right now. And there's not really anything I'm going to say or you're going to say or anyone online is going to say that's going to stop that at this point. And so, look, you can complain about it or you can get on board and take advantage of it. So there's the info. Hope you guys use it wisely. Thanks for watching the video. You'll be back in a new one soon. I'm out.